over the moves anyways, but that's just so you can refer to it to see the rep count, okay? So really quick, we're gonna learn the pelvis tuck, right, Kat? Because the first move today is the squat. Now, part of the squat is the top position, and you see a lot of people come up and then they arch their low back, but what I want you to do is tuck the tailbone, right? So I want you to think if there was, this pelvis is like a bowl of punch, right? When we untuck, we're spilling the punch, but when we tuck, we're keeping that punch in so the butt is tight, okay? And not only that, at the top, I want you to think knitting the ribs down, so bracing the core, right? If someone were to like punch you in the gut, this would get tight. So when you come up at the top of the squat, you tuck, and then you have like this mini crunch here where you brace it. Okay, so that's really important. We're gonna be using those two things as other foundations for other moves. Okay, so we're gonna get straight into it. And Tiffany, you have some weights. You're welcome to use the kettlebell for these squats, okay? So we'll just go together for the first set. So 10 to 15 reps. And Kat, you're gonna find that there's a rep range here, right? So if you're like fried by 10 or the form is poor by rep 12, like stop there. Don't try to like push through it. Does that make sense? Okay. Okay, I wasn't counting. What, we'll call that 5? 7, 8, 9, 10. We'll go 5 more here. Squeeze the top. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Okay, so Tiffany, you know what to do with the push-ups. You have the option of doing knee push-ups and full push-ups. We're gonna go over it since Kat hasn't done push-ups with me. So Kat, I'm gonna take you to the floor, and really quick, I want you to get down on your butt and get tight like a ball, okay? And all you're gonna do is float your hands forward and then extend the legs. Go ahead, Tiffany. Extend those legs. Yes, so you should feel this core get shaky and like you're feeling that, right? So this position, keep holding, Tiffany. This position is called hollow body position, right? It's used in gymnastics. Okay, so you know what that feels like. So now we're gonna flip over and I'm gonna teach you the position for the knee push-up. So the way to find your position is you're gonna get into like a child's pose. So the arms are extended, hands shoulder width apart, and then you're gonna come up. Look at my butt, right? We don't want that. We want tuck, that hollow position. So this, the core is on, right? It's not just arms that help you do the push-up, it's your core. And then from there, I want you to focus on bringing your elbows to your ribs and then pressing up. Yeah, so continue to get that tuck, squeezing the glutes. And again. Yep, so continue here, 5 to 15 reps. Tiffany, go for it. So we can all go at our own pace, and then when you're done with those, you can go straight back to the squats. Yeah. So don't worry about depth here, Kat. Just get that elbow pinch, right? It's almost like you call it like a military push-up. And then continue to pull the belly in towards the spine. Tailbone stays tucked. So that's gonna help you come down and then press up. Yeah, there we go. Yep. Nice, Tiffany. Yeah. And we'll just go 5 more here and then we'll get back into the squats. So once you gain that strength to get that elbow pinch, then it'll transfer to so many other things, right? Because I know there's different positions for the push-up. All right, so 10 to 15 reps here for squats. It's just everyone's legs. Find that crunch at the top. Yeah, and if you guys have any questions, feel free to just ask it out. Yep. Think like you're in that mad cat position, cat. Okay? Don't forget to breathe. Breath to movement. Don't hold your breath. No rush, just take your time. Everyone's at their own pace. I put 3 to 5 sets because it'll just depend, right? How fast or slow each of us goes. Feel free to get a sip of water. All right, so we'll wrap this set up, okay, and then we're gonna move on. Okay, next up, oh, Tiffany, did you?
No, I'm good.
Okay, you're good? Okay, awesome. So the next one, stationary lunges. And this is like the foundation that I teach all of my clients in the beginning. We're gonna go feet hip width apart, right? And you're gonna step straight back, feet on railroad tracks. So high on ball of foot on the rear leg. And then same thing here, Kat. You're gonna tuck the tailbone, knit the ribs down as you go straight down into your lunge, right? Depending on your range of motion, it might look different than mine. Then you're gonna squeeze the legs at the top. But you're gonna maintain a semi tuck in the tailbone. What I just don't want to happen is like, you're just arching, right, everything. So we're gonna wind up that tissue. And then I like keeping elbows pinched in, right? That's gonna transfer to our push-ups and other moves that we do. So 10 and 10 on each side. Yeah, Kat, nice. And then Tiffany, you're welcome to grab a kettlebell if you want to go a little heavier, okay?
Okay.
Yeah, think straight up and down like a piston. 10. And then we'll go over the next one. So finish up your lunges. And sorry, this is the brightest this room can get. I really need to get my I left like my studio lights at home. And so it's a little dark. By noon though here it gets brighter. But this is the brightest it can get for now. Okay, Stephanie. Okay, you ready, Kat? So extended table. Now I'm gonna give 2 levels here, okay? So level 1, the easier one or less complex one, fingers are gonna be right by the hip, feet are flat, right? Kind of like 90 degrees on the knees. From here, you're gonna push through the arms, make sure shoulders are away from the ears, and you're gonna bring your feet forward, hip up, squeeze the glutes, find that tuck at the top, then touch back that down to where you were. Okay, so this is like a regression from dips, but at least you're getting that rear strength. Okay, level 2, you can try this too, Kat. Extend the legs out, hands go in front of the hip, and here you're gonna gas pedal, hip goes up, you're gonna swing your hip through, trying not to touch your butt. So this is a lot of core, and then the legs extend too. So hands go right in front of the hip. Gas pedal your feet, Kat. Drive up, and then shoot the legs back. Yes! Okay, so 10 to 20 reps of either level. Explore both, okay? Just find full hip extension at the top. Nice, Tiffany.
Am I supposed to not have it scrape along the floor even on the regression?
For which one?
For like the bench one.
For level 1?
Yeah.
Yeah, you're doing it right. You're touching down.
Okay.
Yeah. Level 2 will be that full extended table. But this one is like bent knee table.
Got it.
Yep. So the butt touches and the knees still stay bent. Yeah. And then you guys can always mix it up, right? Like, oh, I want to do 10 level 1 and then 10 level 2, like explore both. You don't just have to stick to one level in the set, okay? Just so y'all can practice it. Nice, Kat. Yep, squeeze the butt at the top. Hey, come in. I went to float down the river here, and there was a leech on me.
There was what?
A leech. Have you guys had a leech on you?
No.
So gross.
How'd you get it off?
One of our friends had to pull it off.
Wow.
It was tiny though, but I've never had that.
Does it hurt when it comes off?
It didn't. And he said, I don't think it was on there for a long time because there would have been blood.
Got it.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
It was just, it felt like a bug was on me, because I was itching it, and then I was like, what is that?
Wow.
So gross.
That's crazy.
Yeah. Okay. All right, so we'll finish up whatever move you're on, right? Just we'll finish up this one, Tiffany, and Kat, then you'll go finish up the lunges and the extended tables. Woo! Shake out those wrists. All right, okay. So we're gonna move on to the next one. So we're gonna give our wrists a break, and we're gonna go into hollow crunch. So you're gonna get tight like a ball. It's gonna be that same hollow body position we're gonna find. And all you're gonna do is squeeze the legs out, right? Round the spine, extend the arms back. You're just gonna touch and squeeze, okay? So 15 reps here. If you need to take a break, breathe a little, then continue. Just try to complete 15 here. And all we're trying to do is keep the upper shoulders off the floor and then driving our low back into the mat. We just don't want any arch there, right? And then if you need to bring those legs up higher, you can. I don't care how low your legs go, as long as your low back stays down. And neck might get a little workout here, right? Because there's some weight in the skull. Like if the neck bothers you, let me know, and then you can always support the neck or the head here with your hands and just move the legs, okay? So you have that option. So your neck doesn't have to work too hard. You're still gonna get a core workout because the legs are moving. Nice, Kat. Okay, Tiffany, you know how to do those forearm side planks. So it's only gonna be 5 and 5 because we're just gonna go through the moves back and forth. So it's gonna be like a equal sign, okay? This is how we're gonna do it. So the equal sign's right here. Make sure when you get into that high plank, your elbows are right over or right under the shoulders. Okay, legs are straight out, feet like hip width apart because you want space for your feet to move, to go down when you rotate. So you're gonna keep a flat back as you open up, going to the blade of the foot. All I care here is about like a smooth transition, so don't just like rush through it, right? Smooth transition. So go ahead, try that. Yeah, get to the blade of the foot, Tiffany, both of them. There we go. Try that, Kat. Yep. Yeah, keep it smooth, take your time. Both legs straight. Mm-hmm. Yeah, land to the blade of the foot. There we go. Yep. So just 5 and 5, and then Tiffany will go straight back into the hollow crunch, okay?
Okay.
Nice, Kat. Yes. Are we sweating yet?
Yeah.
That's just 5 and 5 side planks, alternating side planks. How you doing, Kat? Okay. Tiffany, what set is that on for you that you're finishing?
3.
That's 3, okay. So we'll wrap up this one. Just finish whatever last move you got, and then we'll move on, okay?
Okay.
Still take your time. Yeah, squeeze those legs so you keep them tight and activated. All right, next, the hip thrust. I always like incorporating these in the moves because we tend to just train quad, thigh stuff, right? But this stuff is just as important, right? The backside, hamstring and glutes. Okay, so 2 ways to do hip thrusts. There's single leg, right? I feel like when we do both feet down, it's hard to feel the engagement. But go ahead and practice that. So it's almost like you're lying on your back, kind of doing like the top of a squat. So what's important here is when you bring your hip up, you're tucking, and then you're also knitting the ribs down. That way there's no arch in the low back or hyperextension, right? So then touch down, tuck, knit the ribs down, right? Once you got that down, then feel free to only keep one leg down, squeeze the other floating leg, and doing that same thing, okay? 10 to 15 reps. Yep. Yeah, so how far your feet is from your butt, the harder it is. So explore that. Find a nice middle, nice little, not too challenging, but not too easy where you can't drive the hip up high. Yep. Yeah, explore that, Kat. And then you can also explore keeping foot down or just the heel. All right, some people find more engagement with the ball of foot up. But either one, you're still gonna feel something on the backside. And it's gonna feel a little harder with one leg. Okay, then we're gonna pair that up. Let's see how much time we got. Okay, cool. Plenty of time. So we're gonna pair that move up with mountain climbers. This is gonna help you get that forward pressure, maintaining shoulders, elbow, and wrist stacked. So you're gonna get into that high plank, extend the legs out, and then drive shoulders over wrist. And all you're gonna do is just go knee to chest. The goal here is to not toggle, right? To just think that upper body's in concrete and the only thing moving is the legs, okay? So 10 on each side. If you need to shake out the wrists, you can, right? Just maintain form. Yup. If you start to lose that forward pressure by like the 5th rep, go ahead and then just go back to hip thrust and then you'll switch back into mountain climbers. Nice, Kat. Good job stacking those shoulders over the wrists. How you doing over there, Tiffany?
Good.
Awesome. Okay, so we're gonna, wherever you're at, wrap up the last move you have left, okay? And then we're gonna stretch it out after. Oh, we're all sweating here, huh? It's hot. All right, we're gonna go into a half kneeling position. If you have something you want to hold on to, you can. Like if you have a foam roller or a wall, you may or may not need it. We're just gonna find this position with the left foot forward, okay? If you need to double up your mat for your knee, you can, or triple it up. We're gonna be stretching hip flexor, quad stuff. So same thing, we're gonna find that tuck, and then you're gonna drive hip and body forward until you find the beginning of the stretch. You don't gotta go crazy deep, right? Just to the beginning, and then as we hang out here and relax, you'll see if you can sink a little deeper. So just hang out here, belly breathe, deep inhale through the nose, big exhale out the mouth. Continue that deep inhale through the nose, big exhale out the mouth. Stay in the stretch. We're gonna be here for about a minute. That front leg you might feel is having to work a little too. But of course, the more you're in this position and you go into half kneeling, it won't be as bad, like by the 5th time with that front leg. So as you chill here, you can always see if you can drive a little further. Continue to take deep breaths. That way your nervous system relaxes and allows more range of motion for you to tap into. Okay, slowly come out of it. We're gonna change sides. Same thing, find that semi-tuck. It doesn't have to be crazy hardcore, right? Where you can't even really move. Just semi-tuck, and then drive hip and body straight forward. Find the beginning of the tension, and then hang out here. Continue to belly breathe, deep inhale through the nose, big exhale out the mouth. Another 30 seconds. You can always see if you can sink a little deeper. Ten more seconds here. Okay, slowly come out of it. Okay, we're gonna sit on our butts. Let's go into a straddle. So hip as wide as you can go, legs straight. Yep, okay. From here, don't collapse in the chest. I want you to think pulling belly forward, and then you can pull your toes towards your shins. So just keep that flat back. All right, I don't care how far you go. Just keep the back flat, pulling belly forward. Go into that tension. And then hang here. And of course, as you hang out here longer, you may be able to come a little forward, maybe onto the forearms. I just don't want that chest to collapse. Long inhales, long exhales out the mouth. Even while you're here, right? Toes don't have to point straight up towards the ceiling. You can explore external rotation of your hip And then it might not take much, like I'm already there now, I don't have to go forward. Or you can explore internal rotation of the hip too. So wherever you want to feel the stretch, explore that. Yeah, you could tuck the chin a little bit so you're not cranking on the neck in flexion or in extension, sorry. And then now we're gonna turn towards one leg. And then same thing here. Don't collapse in the chest, just pull belly forward. And then that back leg might wanna rotate. Even here, you might feel it at the top, right above the quad, right? This is hip flexion. So you might feel that working a little because you're pulling your thigh or your belly towards the leg into hip flexion here. Deep hip flexion. Okay, go to the center, other side. Back flat, pull belly towards thigh more than the chest. You might find one side tighter than the other. I definitely feel my hamstring here on the left. All right, come back to center. And you guys are free to go. Woohoo! Thank you for showing up for yourself and working out with me. Drink plenty of water today, okay? And I'll see you guys on Thursday.
Awesome.
Okay, good job. Have a good day. Bye. Bye.